So what do we have? The first rates as they start to come up, it's going to be very, very stock specific because there is enough and more to move names. And we will sort of course track what comes up there as we go along. The open on the indices as the pre-open has left us is kind of mixed. Small cap is down, Nifty is up, Nifty Bank is flat. So what do we have? It is 24,088 on the Nifty, about 0.12, 0.1%, so nothing on it at all. The Nifty Bank is, again, got nothing on it, 54,624 or so, so just blinking red and green. The Nifty is now picking up a little bit, about 0.25% higher. We've got the mid-cap index up about 0.25%. I think the small-cap index is absolutely flat to begin this session. 640 stocks are higher, about 1,000 stocks are lower, but this is the very first, minute of the market open. Heat map, perhaps, if we have it, just quickly gives you a view of how things are looking. It's mostly in the green, but you got about 14, 15 names which are in the red. Reliance is at the bottom of the screen. There's a 2% pop. Surbhi.
Yeah, Reliance was up and about, but look at Shriram Finance, another 8% down after an 8% tumble on Friday. These large NBFCs, it's a rare disappointment of such magnitude. Remember, credit cost is much higher than the street estimated. There's pressure on margins, and there seems to be a bit of an NPA concern building up as well. So that's the big result casualty. But out of the Nifty, the other major one is L&T Finance. Don't take your eye off on that because L&T also started 8% down on L&T Finance, 8% down on Shriram Finance. Same situation with L&T as well. There's pressure on margins, and the gross NPAs have inched up slightly, and the street just doesn't want to have any of it. So there are your result disappointments for the morning. But otherwise, the market's holding up. So let's go back to the green side. Reliance is still in leadership position, 1.5% up on the stock. M&M is reacting well to the news of the purchase of SML Isuzu, 1% higher. Actually, since I'm talking about the deal, let me check SML as well. SML is down 9%, is very quickly correcting that arbitrage. Remember, so just told us the closing on Friday was 12% higher than where the open offer price is. Open offer is coming in at 1,555 crores, roughly 54 crores, 55 crores. So it's very quickly correcting that arbitrage. Anyway, other large stocks that are moving higher, Dr. Reddy's, Eternal, IndusInd Bank, BEL, these are your other gainers, SBI and Axis Bank. The banks are looking good. SBI Life is continuing its good form from last week as well, 0.5% higher. There's some gain on names like Hindalco as well, L&T. So otherwise, the Nifty is fine. And lots of other large cap stocks making up for the disappointment. But these are the names that are on the downside. HCL Tech is slightly lower, 1.5% down. Today is a day of big headline stock moves, really. Nifty otherwise is fine. 100 points up to begin with. Nigel.
All right, few stocks that are on the radar. RK Forgings, they've uncovered some discrepancies in inventory that could dent the company's net worth by around 4 to around 5%. So RK Forgings actually is a stock that's got a hard knock this morning. I think the stock should come up for you on the screen. Tejas Networks, that's the other one that's losing out in trade. There were a couple of one-offs in those numbers, mind you. But for the time being, the street has just looked at the absolute margin number, and that's the reason why that stock is down closer around 10%, though it's recovered in the last few minutes from the low point of the day. Pull up Ramkrishna Forgings. I think that as well should come up for you on the screen because of those, discrepancies in the inventory. Motilal Oswal continues to see some selling. Remember, Friday's trading session, it came out with its set of numbers, but the stock was under pressure. Mr. Ramdeo did clarify on that, but for the time being, another 4% lower. Industars, that's a stock that's opened up higher because they'll be considering, a buyback at their board meeting on April 30th. So on the back of that, that stock is doing well. Stocks that are really doing well from the banking pack, DCB Bank and RBL Bank, both of them flying away in today's trading session. So the start is pretty okay for the Nifty. You have SML Isuzu. Those that were buying for the deal, they seem not too happy about the deal because the pricing is something that's hurt. And, Mahindra's got a good deal. But for shareholders of SML Isuzu, not too great. Stock down 10%.
The stock had already rallied this year. Yeah. SML, in anticipation of this deal and how many suitors are quoting it, is up 20% in 2025 when the Nifty is absolutely flat. So it's perhaps in the price. And then this is a formula-based thing with the open offer pricing. And I guess that final formula price, now the stock's very quickly moving towards that, which is 15.54.
RK Forging, I mean, I don't know if you've put up the
I just mentioned.
okay, so the stock maybe. So that there's a release which has been, and I think there's a call at 11 o'clock as well. So there is an inventory mismatch which has been reported. A release to the exchanges says that the promoters will make good the difference by permissible instruments, etc. So keep an eye out on this one. I mean, it just came to my notice because last week it was a top loser. One of the top losers when I looked at the NSE 500 list, it was down about 12%. Friday to Friday, this morning is down about 5%. And now we've got some clarification coming through as well on RK Forging. All right, well, what else do we have? Dixon is up 2.5%. It's got, is it that Apple news flow? Although Dixon doesn't work with Apple, but it's got the entire Android ecosystem on it. Indus Tower about 2.5 higher. Blue Star, I was talking about this with Mitesh earlier. Blue Star lost 14% last week. It's coming up with about 3.5% pop. There is Kalyan Jewelers, which is up about 2.25%. Actually, almost 3% on Kalyan Jewelers this morning. There is Kim's, the hospital company, which is up 4.5%. 704 on that one. Torrent Pharma is up 2. PG Electroplast is up about 2.5%. And so it goes. But volumes are, I mean, limited. If you just sort of go beyond the first 10, 12 names, as is the case most of the times. But it's all, Shriram Finance and IDFC First is down about 2.25% as well. Chola Finance is down 3%. Poonawalla FinCorp is down 3%. Lal Path Labs, we just spoke with the company, is down about 4% as well this morning. So, that's the overall picture. Market breadth is flipping a little bit on the downside. So keep an eye. 1,400 stocks down, about 850 stocks which are higher.